Hi guys, in this video I am going to talk about two things. Second is the utilization of and understanding the functioning of tokens, brief understanding of tokens. But first, I would like to state an important thing that happened to me today as I was trying the AutoGen and the MemGPT. Somehow the MemGPT was able to utilize so much of my tokens that I got a hard limit hit here, and it definitely points out to the fact that I need to find an open source solution at the earliest. I will be back with the video on using local LLMs with MemGPT very soon. If you want to get an understanding of MemGPT, please check out this video. If you are interested in learning about AutoGen, please check these videos. I will attach all the videos in my description. But yeah, let's look at the tokenizers. So first of all, I'm gonna show you in via coding how it looks like and how the words get translated into numbers. So if you head over to platform.openai.com/tokenizer, you can see here that OpenAI's large language model, sometimes referred to as GPT, process text in using tokens, which are common sequence of characters found in a set of text. The model learns to understand the statistical relationship between these tokens and excel at producing the next tokens in a sequence of tokens. So for example, if I paste this sentence here, then of 156 characters, out of the 156 characters, we have 34 tokens, and you can see these colors. These are different tokens. And if I put a simple statement, for example, hi, how are you? Then we have 14 characters and 4 number of tokens. And roughly this translates to 100 tokens is almost equal to 75 words. Okay, let's understand tokens programmatically. So for that, I need you to install Python. Go to python.org, go to downloads, and download a version less than this version, let's say 3.11. Go to Visual Studio, download the Visual Studio. I have already downloaded, so let me open the Visual Studio and let me open up a folder, file, open folder. Let me create a folder for you. So let me create a folder, project 156, tokenizers. Then click on select folder, and now you're going to create a virtual environment because I like that. So create a virtual environment, use 3.11. It is creating the virtual environment. Now I would like to create a Python file, but I do have a Python file which I have already prepared for you. So let me take this, and I think it should work. Okay, let's get back. So I have this file already made for you, and now let me show you step by step and let you understand how the tokenizers look like. So we have already installed the virtual environment. Let's start up the virtual environment here. Go to scripts and activate that. We click here, and yeah, that's done. You can change the folder to cd. You can see this wiggly lines here, so we need to install pandas. So we say pip install pandas here. This is going to install pandas here. Now let's install transformers. Pip install transformers. Okay, this is done. Next, let me run this notebook. Let me run this Python file in the style of a Jupyter notebook. So for that, what you're gonna do is minimize this, make some space here, then click on this line somewhere and press shift and enter. So it will connect you to the IPyKernel package, and just install that package, and then you are going to be able to run this codes one by one line at a time, or whatever lines you select. So let it install, and then we are going to run this one by one. Okay, this is importing the pandas. When we have a tick mark here, then it's done. Next we go to this line and shift enter. For transformers, also done. Then we have this tokenizer. So from the auto tokenizer, from the transformers module, we have this class, and this class we have this method, and we just have to put in the model. So this is PTR 7 million parameter model. We store it in the tokenizer, and this is done. And this is the text. Just gonna run this. So text is hi, how are you? The encoded text is we are going to use the tokenizer, and we are going to pass in the text, and in the input ID is here. Shift enter, and now we are going to print the encoded text. So we can see that hi, how are you has been converted to these numbers, these 6 numbers. Now let us decode back. So decoded text is tokenizer.decode, and the encoded text. So we run this, and next we print this line, which is print decoded tokens back into text. So we can see that decoded tokens back into text is hi, how are you? This is pretty cool. Now let's pass these three items in the list. So these are 3 different items. Hi, how are you? I am good, and yes. Now if I pass this as a list, we can even encode a text equal to tokenizer and list text. So you can pass this together as a list. So just print this, shift enter. So we can see this, there are 3 lists now. Although the lengths of the tokens you can see are different. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to use the pad token. So what essentially padding does is that it will make the size of the token similar for all the tokens. So for example, we have 6 numbers here on the first token. So in the second token as well, it will trail the last 3 numbers, which is 0, and here since we have only 1 number, it will trail the numbers with 5 zeros. So this is essentially padding. Padding makes the length of the tokens equal. Next we have this truncation as well. Let's look at truncation. When we say max length equal to 3, and then we run the truncation, then what it does is that from the right it goes on truncating, and it takes 3 from the left. Okay, so 42, 1353 and 1175, and then we have 4375 only. So this is truncation from the right side. It is truncating from the right side. We can do truncating from the left side as well. So this is when you put this left parameter here, control enter, and we see that truncation has been done from the left. So we can see that 1276, these 3 numbers have been removed, and 403, 368 and 32 have been kept here. And we can use both the truncation and the padding. So if you run this, we can see we are truncating at 3, and we are also padding, which means we are trailing the empties with the zeros, so as to make the lengths of the 3 tokens equal. So yeah, this is done, I think. So I will be back with more such simple informative videos, so as to grasp the basic concepts in AI, especially with the integration of large language models in our everyday life. I have decided to create such simple videos now and then, so as to educate the people who are interested in learning the basics of all that is required. And finally, my goal is to be able to fine-tune a model. So these are some of the steps that you need to fine-tune a model, and ultimately I think about in 10 videos or so, we would be able to fine tune our own large language models. So that is my ultimate goal. This is just a start. If you like this sort of videos, consider subscribing and consider liking this video and sharing this video with your friends and families. This is your host, Prompt Engineer. I will be back very soon with integration of local LLMs with MemGPT, so stay tuned. I think I am very close to achieving that. So bye bye, have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one.